Okay, so let's get started. Today, what we are going to do is projectile motion from edge height. Now, as you can see, first of all, we have this ball, and which is at edge height, and it is going to be thrown with the velocity u at an angle theta. And as you can see, it is making a projectile motion, which is look like a parabola. And now what we are going to do is calculating the time of flight, maximum height and range. How do we do that? Well, let's start with the time of flight, the most basic one. The time of flight is the total time it will spend in air. To calculate this thing, we are gonna take the vertical direction. In vertical direction, we are getting here displacement equals to minus h, because as you can see, the ball is going from top to bottom. And now we have to get the other variables like final velocity. We don't know how much speed it will be taking to strike the ground, but we do have initial velocity, which is u sine theta, and acceleration, which is gonna be gravity. To be precise, it's gonna be minus g, because gravity is always acting downward. Now the time t will be the time of flight when it is completely displays from top to bottom. Now by using s equals to ut plus half at square, we will get a nice quadratic equation, which is gonna be capital T square bracket g by 2 bracket close minus u sine theta t minus h equals to 0. In this quadratic equation, one root is going to be positive, another root is going to be negative. So by finding the positive root, we can get the time of flight. Now let's move on to the next one, which is called maximum height. Now how to get the maximum height? As you can see, our ball started from edge height already, so it will gain some extra height. Now this extra height will look like the tiny height of ground to ground projectile motion, which I mentioned in the previous video 1. And how to get it now? It's gonna be u square sine square theta divided by 2g. So total height is gonna be now h plus u square sine square theta divided by 2g, which is gonna be easy peasy now. After that, we are gonna calculate the range. Now range is called the maximum horizontal distance covered on the ground, which you can see here. And to calculate range, we just have to use again s equals to ut plus half at square, but in a horizontal direction. So s will be equals to the range, u will be equals to u cos theta, because that is a horizontal initial velocity we are getting, and t is the time, but unfortunately we don't have any acceleration here, so acceleration will be 0. So the final thing we will get r is equals to u cos theta multiplied by t, whatever t we will find from this quadratic equation. And that's it for the theory of projectile motion